Okay, hi friends, welcome back. Okay, so I can see some new faces here. I can see some new names and we have already taken one demo session yesterday, right? It was a basic demo session where we have seen, what is cloud computing and all those things in some easy way. Fine, so let me just go with a bit more deeper into this concept. Okay, so this was the thing that we have discussed yesterday, right? So before we see anything, let me just, repeat some basic things here. Remember what I said, chat box is always open there, friends. Whenever you have any question, whenever you have any doubt, you can use your chat box and can send your question in that particular chat box. Okay. And if you want to talk to me at the end of the session, you can simply unmute yourself and you can talk to me directly. If you have any doubts or if you want to, clear any question, you can simply unmute and you can talk to me at the end of the session. Every session is recorded here, friends. Okay. So each and every session will be shared with you. Fine. So let us keep the sessions more interactive. Okay, so how to keep the sessions more interactive? Try to keep your chat box as busy as possible. Okay, whatever smallest dot you have, please send your query in the chat box so that I can come to your question at the earliest. Fine. Now, so what we did yesterday, remember this was my experience actually. I started my journey as Windows and network administrator. Okay, then I moved into Linux administration, virtualization, and I know security and all those things, right? So that was the experience I have in last 14, 15 years in this, administration field or in the IT field. Okay. And then we set the agenda yesterday, right? What was the agenda? These were the two questions that we tried to understand yesterday. The first one was what is cloud computing, and the second one was what are the pre-requirements actually. Who can learn cloud computing? What are the pre-requirements we have to learn cloud computing? And remember the answer, there are no pre-requirements, right? Or in a way I can say whatever pre-requirements are there to learn cloud computing, I'll be covering all the pre-requirements. Okay, so if you're a fresher coming from some non-technical background, there is absolutely no need for you to worry, my friend. I'll be covering all the basics. Okay, and whenever we go to the advanced part, it will be more easier for you to understand that particular concept or that particular module. AWS has many different modules related with networking, modules related with servers, storage, okay, security. There are different modules we have here. So I'll be covering all the modules from very basic up to the advanced level. Fine. So pre-requirements, like I said, you done. We'll see all these things, what we need to see. Now, let us try to address the big question here. That is, what is cloud computing? Yesterday, we took one example, actually. That example was of data. Okay, today we will see the example of application. Okay, but before we see the application example, let me just go back to the data example. Remember what we said? Data means any information, right? Any information of a particular company. Any XYZ file, folder, or any information is considered as a data. Okay, so where you can store data. See, one of the major responsibility of a cloud administrator or the administrator in a company is to store data. So where you can store data, obviously data we will store in a storage device, right? Like a hard drive or a pen drive or a CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc. There are more devices available, right? So these are the places where we can store data. Okay, now if there is a data in your hard drive, let us say in your laptop, or if there is some data in your mobile phone where there is a memory card available, can you say with 100% guarantee that the data is safe and secure? So data should be safe and secure, right? Safe in the sense, no one should access the data without your permission. Virus should not come. What virus will do? Virus can delete your data, right? Virus will not allow you to open that particular data or particular file. So there can be anything there. Okay. So can you say this with 100% guarantee, my friend, that the data that is there in your mobile phone or the data that is in your laptop or desktop is 100% safe and secure? Answer is no. No one can say this with 100% guarantee, right? Okay. But what if the data is there in cloud? Now, when I say what if the data in cloud, what exactly it means? So in cloud also we have our hardware. In cloud also we have hard drive only. But the difference here is the hard drive that is available in cloud is managed by a company like Amazon or Microsoft or Google. These are the companies who will manage this particular storage devices. Remember I showed you some storage, some cloud networks. Let me just go there again. It's a very interesting concept, friends, cloud computing. So just give me a couple of next 40 minutes. Hopefully it will be more, we can just go a bit deeper into this concept so that you can understand things in better way. Okay, fine. So what you see here is actually a data center. This is the data center, which is there with maybe Microsoft, Amazon, Google, or any other company. And in this data center, what you see here, these are actually your racks. This is one rack. Inside this rack, there will be many servers available. And on top of that server, on top of that particular storage device, our data will be stored. Okay. So instead of keeping data in my local hard drive, if I keep data somewhere here in this data center, my data is more safe, more reliable, more available than the data which is there within my hard disk or within my laptop. I repeat again, if I keep my data in this data center, which is managed by Amazon or Microsoft or Google, if I keep my data in this data center, this data is more safe and secure compared to the data which is there within my laptop or within my desktop, or even within the server which is there within the company. Why it is so safe and secure? The reason is these people will not keep your data only in this server, not only here. Let's say this is the location of, let's say, Hyderabad. Amazon people have a data center in Hyderabad. So one copy will be available in the Hyderabad data center. Now one copy will be available somewhere in, let's say, Sydney data center. One copy will be available somewhere in, let's say, Brazil data center. See here, my friend. In case if you lose data from your Hyderabad data center for some reason, your copy is still available in Sydney region as well as in Brazil data center. So it will be more easier for you to access your data. Got it? It will be more easier for you to access your data. So these people have huge infrastructure available. These cloud providers like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, they have huge infrastructure available. So they can keep your data in different locations. It will be very easy for you to access your data. But coming to our device, how many people are having 10 hard disk in their, personal use? No one, right? How many people have 3 laptops for their personal use? No one. So we cannot afford to go with that many devices, right? We cannot take that many devices to store our data. So that's the reason we keep data somewhere in cloud. Now, when I say you're keeping data somewhere in cloud, what it means? Remember, I told you we are already using cloud, right? We are already connected to cloud. We are already using cloud from many, many years. Okay. If I go to my mail account, I created my mail account in the year 2005. So if I go to my mail account, actually, I can show you the emails which I have received in the year 2006 or the emails which I have sent in the year 2006. So 2006 means nearly how many years before? 17 years before, right? This is 2023. So for last 17 years, my emails are safe and secure. So where are the emails actually? Where are my emails located? Are they located in my mobile phone? Are they located in my laptop or desktop? Email is actually something, right? Email contains some data. If you send a text message in an email, that is your data. If you attach a document, that is your data, right? So in 2006, the email that I have sent or received, that email is still available with me in my account because the email is not available in my local device. The email is available in the Google data center. So these are very big companies, so they can manage the resources very well. So they will keep our data in a safe and secure place. Got it? So it is more safe and secure for us to keep our data over the cloud instead of keeping data in our local hard drive. This is not only for our personal use, in our companies also, my friend. Companies also prefer using cloud storage compared to their local storage. Okay. Now, let us go with the big picture. Now, let us go with a very important example, that is your application. Now, can you please tell me When I say application, what exactly you think? According to you, what is application? Can you just tell me any example of application?
Web application.
Exactly, web application, right? This is a very common application that we use every day. Hmm? Email application, web application, file application, game application, banking application, food delivery application, okay, cab booking application, messaging application. So whenever you connect to the internet from your mobile phone or from your laptop, you're literally connecting to some application. Right now the cricket World Cup is going on. There is a Hotstar, movie streaming app is there, right? So that is again what? It is application. Netflix is application. So everything comes under application. So whenever we use internet, 100% cases, we use some application. We will connect to some application. 100% cases, we will connect to the application. Once you go to browser, when you say google.com, you're connecting to Google application. You're accessing your email, you're checking your emails, you're connecting to mail application. So literally everything comes under application there. Fine. Now, 99% people across the globe, when they connect to application, they are not thinking about what is happening in the back end, what is happening in the front end, where the application is running, who is managing this application, where the application will be configured, how security will be provided, how much storage will be there. 99% people are not worried about all these things, right? But people like you and me who are into this cloud computing field, we should know where exactly the application is running now, who is managing that application. All these details we should know, my friend. So application is running somewhere. So let me just show you in a simple and easy way where exactly the web applications or any XYZ application is running there. Okay, so let me just tell you once again, the rules are same. Please try to keep this session more interactive. So whenever you have any doubt, please send the question in the chat box. Fine. Okay, now see here, my friend, this is you and me. This is a user. User is interacting with the application. User is interacting with the application. Done. But the application is running where? The application is running on actually a server operating system. Where it is running? Application is running on server operating system. Server operating system is Windows Server operating system or Linux server operating system. Do you know any other operating system beside Windows and Linux operating system? These are the, yeah.
Mac OS X.
Okay. All this comes under actually Unix family. Mac, Linux, okay, AIX, UX, all these things comes under Unix family. Okay, so there are basically two major families. One is your Windows family, another one is your Unix or Linux family. So literally everything is on this. Okay, across the globe, go to any company, my friend, go to take any server. This server is having a server operating system, and it can be Windows Server operating system or it can be Linux server operating system. Okay, so on this operating system, the application will be installed and application will be configured. So when I say WhatsApp, WhatsApp is running somewhere here. When you go and connect to gmail.com, Gmail server is running somewhere here. When you go and connect to, let's say, Ola or Uber is connected here. Okay, when you go and watch any movie on Netflix, Netflix is working somewhere on Windows or Linux server. Fine. Okay, we know this very well. To run any operating system or any application, we need certain hardware, right? Without certain hardware configuration, we cannot simply, run any operating system or any application. So what hardware we need? Hardware components are CPU, RAM, hard disk, and NIC card. If you go with your mobile phone, there is an Android OS there or iOS there. There is Android OS or iOS, and that is also running on your hardware, right? In mobile, what we have a motherboard, processor, RAM, storage, all these things are there. If you go with your laptop, there is Windows 10 operating system or Windows 11 operating system that is known as client OS. That is what? That is your client OS. Okay, and there also we have certain hardware. Okay, so everywhere there is a hardware. So in server also we have some hardware, my friend. So what is server hardware here? CPU, RAM, hard disk, NIC. Whatever is there in your physical laptop, everything will be there in server. components will be exactly same. Okay, components size and components, speed will be different compared to laptop. But whatever components we have in a laptop or a desktop, similar components will be available in a server. So the story here is very interesting story. Listen carefully, please. First, we have to take a server hardware with certain configuration, this much RAM, this much hard disk, okay, and this much, processor, all these things we have to take. And on top of the server hardware, we need to install the server operating system, Windows or Linux, okay. And then number 3 is actually we are running our application. Users are sitting in their home, anywhere across the globe, they will be connecting to the application there. But where exactly the application is running? It is running on the server operating system, and that server operating system is running on the server hardware. Globally, go to any server, any company. These are the layers we will see. These are the different, layers or levels we will see, my friend. Now, the problem started actually with this server hardware. I repeat, the problem actually started with the server hardware. Now, what exactly is the problem actually? Okay. Now, there is a question here. For cracking cloud support engineer, this course is sufficient. This course is more than sufficient for cloud support engineer, my friend. Or maybe it is actually a course designed for the architect level. Okay, so if you're looking for a job as a cloud support engineer, where your work is very basic in a way, this course is not basic. This course is actually having architect level concepts. Okay, so for your job, it is more than enough. Okay, fine. So coming back to the main question, what I said, the problem started with the server hardware. So what is the hardware? What is the problem actually in the server hardware? So if you understand this particular logic, if you understood this particular logic, then, understanding the cloud computing will be more easier. So please try to concentrate for next 12-15 minutes. Okay, so let me just take easy examples here. Now, let's say I want to buy a laptop. So what I'll do now, if I want to buy a laptop, first of all, I need to decide the company. HP or IBM or Sony, Toshiba, Lenovo, all these are companies, right? Okay. I have decided with any XYZ company. Then what I have to decide in this laptop, how many CPU or what CPU should be there? i3, i5, i7. If you go with i3, it is a bit older model, less speed will be there. If you go with i7, latest model with more speed and more features. Okay. So let's say I'll go with i7. The next thing I have to do here is I have to decide the RAM. How much GB RAM should I take here? Let's say in a laptop, 16 GB RAM is considered as good RAM. 16 GB RAM is a very healthy RAM. So I have taken 16 GB RAM. Coming to storage, I will go with, let us say, 2 TB storage. That is very good actually, right? How much storage? 2 TB storage. Fine. And let me just go with another major component that is called NIC card. I'll go with one NIC card, which is having, let us say, 1000 MB speed. So this is the configuration I want to take, my friend. In a laptop, this is what I want to take. A laptop with i7 processor, 16 GB RAM, 2 TB storage, and one NIC card with 1000 Mbps speed. Okay, this is a very healthy laptop. Company can be Dell, IBM, HP, Lenovo, Toshiba, any XYZ company. Now tell me, if you want to buy this laptop, how much money you need to spend? Any idea? How much money you need to spend for this particular configuration? It's a good configuration, and if not very good, it's a good way. Like very good can be like it can be having 64 GB RAM, so that can be very good actually. But still, it is a good laptop. So any guess, friends, how much?
2 lakh.
2 lakh. Okay, 2 lakh. It will be with your operating system and all the other things. So let me just say 1.2 lakh. How much? We need to spend 1.2 lakh Indian rupees to buy a laptop with the above configuration. Okay, fine. That is some money, right? Now let us go with this server configuration, my friend. Like I said, your server is also a hardware device like your laptop, which has similar hardware components. But server has a CPU, but you know how many CPUs can be there, my friend? In server, there can be two CPUs. One will be there for sure, two can be there, three can be there, four can be there, or it can be more. Now see the difference. In server, RAM will be, let's say, starting from 256, or maybe we have, let's say, 2048 GB of RAM. In our laptop, 16 GB I said is more than enough, right? But in a server, there is 256 GB RAM, 512 GB RAM, 1000 GB RAM, 2000 GB RAM. Coming to storage here, my friend. Let's say we have 25 TB storage. That is nothing actually in a server. 25 TB is not considered as huge storage in a server. 2 TB is considered as sufficient storage in a laptop, but 25 TB is not considered as more. It is like, say, okay, means like below average maybe. 25 TB is, let's say, average maybe. Okay. And the fourth thing we need to take here is the NIC card. And you know how many NIC cards can be there? Let's say 4 NIC cards can be there. Now, this is your server, my friend. This is server with this particular configuration. And if you want to take a server with this configuration, I need to spend maybe, let's say 6 lakhs rupees. 6 lakh Indian rupees for this configuration, my friend. Done. This is some configuration, right? 6 lakh Indian rupees is some configuration or some money. So I need to spend 6 lakh Indian rupees for this particular hardware. Okay. Now you can see one issue here. You can see one major problem here. What is the major problem? You're spending a lot of money. Now the question here is, why do I need to spend that much money to bring such a big configuration, such a high configuration machine? Listen carefully, my friend. How many people are connected to laptop? Only one person is connected to laptop. How many people are connected to server? Hundreds of thousands or lakhs of people are connected to server, my friend. Not one, lakhs of people are connected to server. As of now, there is a match going on Hotstar actually. So before the class, I was watching some match there, and it shows as 40 lakh people are connected to this particular Hotstar. 40 lakh connections are established. When India plays tomorrow, the number can go up to like 300 lakhs. That many people will be connected. That many people can be connected to that particular server. So if that many people are connected to that particular server, we need high processor, we need more RAM, we need more storage, and we need very high NIC. NIC is network interface card where you connect your internet connection. So NIC is the place from where your data will go inside a machine and data will come out of your machine. Whether it is laptop, desktop, or server, data will go inside and come outside of the machine by using the NIC card. So in server, there are 4 NIC cards. That means there are 4 gates from where the data will go inside and come in outside. So we need a server with high configuration because thousands and lakhs of people are connecting to the server every time. So server should provide the services to all the people. So for that reason, we need to bring a server with high configuration, and for that, we need to pay more money. Actually, 6 lakh Indian rupees is nothing for one server. Okay, but now let us just go with 6 lakh rupees only. So we need to spend how much money here? 6 lakh rupees for one server. Like this, we need to take, let us say, 150 servers. One server is not at all sufficient, my friend. We need to take 20 servers, 50 servers, 150 servers, 1,000 servers, 2,000 servers. It depends on the company. Hundreds and thousands of servers will be there in one company. So if you go with a company with 150 servers, which is just an average company, how much money you are spending here? 9 crore rupees you are spending here, my friend. You are spending 9 crore Indian rupees to bring how many servers? 150 servers into your company. Your business has not yet started. Before you started your business, you have already spent 8 crores, 9 crores, 10 crores to bring 100, 150 or 200 physical servers. Now, this is the major problem companies were facing for last many decades. Spending that much money is not easy for any company, right? 9 crores rupees, 10 crore rupees, 12 crore rupees, 20 crore rupees before the business started actually is a big amount. But without server, we cannot run any application. Without server, there is no server operating system. Without server operating system, there is no application there. So this is mandatory. This is it. These are the basic things we need to take. Okay, now see here, I have spent, let us say, nearly 10 crore rupees for the server hardware, and I have to take server operating system that is not free. Again, for that also, I need to spend a lot of money. I need to spend, some lakhs and crores of rupees to bring this server operating system. So let us say I have spent 2 crore rupees. Then I am running the application. So after spending 12 crore rupees on server, we are running the application. Now, server and server operating system is not the end of the story. I repeat, server hardware and server operating system is not the end of the story. We need to take more devices there, my friend. See the other devices. There is something called switch here. There is something called firewall. There is something called router. There is a storage device. This is called rack. So we need to add many more devices there. With all the other devices, a computer network will be established and your server is ready and your server is hosting the application. We simply cannot take a server and we cannot run the application on the server. We need a firewall to provide security. We need a router so that we can provide communication between the internet and our network. We need storage so that, we can store data there. So we need all these devices, my friend. Server is not sufficient. With server, we have to go with all these devices. So the, budget will simply go up, 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 and up. And remember, I said the business has not even started. So after bringing all these devices, after making this computer network, after running the application, now the business has started. Now, let us say your application is a gaming application. Okay. You just, design a particular game and you are hosting that particular game over the internet so that people can download the game and people can play the game, and then your business will be successful, right? There is a simple logic there. Now, if I ask you a question, my friend, how many games you know over the internet? Maybe you can say 2, 3, 5, 10 games maybe. But there are some thousands of games available over the internet. Every game is not successful there, right? Like, whenever they release a movie, every movie is not successful. Maybe 1 out of 10 movies successful, remaining 9 movies are flop. Flop in the sense you're not able to recover their money. Here also same, whenever a person is making the application, okay, any sort of application will be there over the internet. If the application is successful, they will get their profit. If the application is not successful, then what about the money they spend on these servers, routers, firewalls, switches, storage, and all these devices? Everything is wasted, my friend. They cannot recover the cost. They cannot recover the money that they have spent on this particular servers. So this was a problem companies were facing for many, many decades. Now, because of this cloud computing concept, companies are more relaxed and companies are trying many things actually in their business. You know what happens now in cloud computing? In cloud computing, my friend, there are certain companies, let us say Amazon, Microsoft, Google. I'll just name these 3 companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. These are the 3 biggest companies we have across the globe, right? So these 3 companies, they are known as cloud providers. And you know what these 3 companies will do, my friend? These 3 cloud providers, they will say, let's say they will come to you and they will say, listen, you want to start your business, you want to run your application. So to run your application, you need servers, routers, storage, firewall, and many other devices like operating system and many other devices. Do one thing. No need to buy anything. No need to purchase anything. Now, my question will be, if I don't purchase all these devices, how can I run my application? How can I run my business? Right? That is a very simple question, right? Then the answer from them will be, we will provide you with all the application, all the softwares, all the hardware. A cloud provider will say, we will provide you with all the hardware that you are looking for. You're looking for a server, we'll provide you the server. You're looking for a storage, tell us how much storage you need. 10 TB storage, 20 TB storage, 100 TB storage. Within some minutes, you can take that much storage. How many servers you're looking for? 150 servers. Within next 2 minutes, you can take 150 servers. And after 3 months, maybe, let us say, you need to increase your servers from 150 to 400, you can increase. Or maybe after 2 months, business is not there. So you want to decrease your servers from 150 to, let us say, 70. That also you can do. This is the concept of cloud. Cloud computing is a concept where some companies have data centers. This is one of the data centers. Some companies have data centers across the globe where they have huge infrastructure. Many servers, thousands of servers are available, or even lakhs of servers are available. So they have huge infrastructure like servers, storage, routers, firewalls, operating system. They literally have everything with them. And they are coming to us, or they are going to all the companies. So they are saying, to run your business, you need infrastructure. For this infrastructure, you are spending crores of rupees. But as a cloud providers, we can provide you all these things in the cheapest rate. Technically, that is the terminology we use, the cheapest cost, less cost. Today, if you want to start your business, you take the servers from us. No need to pay money today. Pay after 1 month. We will give some bill, small, less bill will be there. So you just need to pay that bill every month. The concept of EMI. Normally, whenever we take any electronic gadget, we just go and take that particular gadget through the EMI. We are more comfortable with that, right? Why we are more comfortable with that? Because we can pay the money every month, right? That is more easy. Instead of paying, like say, 2 lakh rupees on day one, if you're paying 10,000 rupees per month, that is much better, right? So cloud is something like EMI, my friend. So in cloud, these cloud providers are saying, come to us, we have the infrastructure available, use our infrastructure and pay according to your usage. So I may get 2,000 rupees as a bill. I may get 5,000 rupees as a bill. I may get 20,000 rupees as a bill. Let us say I'm getting 20,000 rupees as a bill per month. If I'm using the cloud services, how much I'm getting here? I'm getting 20,000 rupees as a bill. But instead of using cloud, if I go with the on-premise physical network, maybe I need to spend 6 crore rupees on day one. 20,000 rupees for 1 month, 6,000 rupees on day one. Just do the calculations. You can easily identify which is a better option there, right? So normally what companies will do, they will simply go with the cloud services. They will take all the resources from a cloud provider and they will run the applications there. Without spending even 1 rupee on day one, they can take all the resources from the cloud provider and they can run their application there. Okay. Now, within next couple of minutes, I will run a web server for you, my friend. See, I'm sitting in my home. I have a desktop and a laptop. I don't have any server. I don't have any server operating system. There is no storage available with me. There are no firewalls. There are no routers, nothing. There is no public IP address. I don't have any of these things actually. But you know what I have here? I have an account in AWS. I have an account in Amazon Web Services. I will just log in with that particular account. How to create an account? All these things we will see in coming classes. But as of now, I just need to log in with that particular account. So once I log in into this aws.amazon.com, this is not amazon.com, this is aws.amazon.com. Here I can see all the locations. You can see here Northern Virginia, Ohio, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Singapore, Sydney, Ireland, London, Brazil. Can you see all these locations? These are the locations where Amazon people have their data centers, my friend. These are the locations where Amazon people have their data centers. So what should I do now? I need to just select one of the location. Technically, it is called a region. So I just need to select one of the region here. Okay. Let me do one thing, please. I just want to check which regions I'm using currently. Okay. Let me just go with Tokyo region. Or let's say Sydney. I'm okay with Sydney also. See, I'm sitting in Hyderabad. I'm connecting to the Sydney region. Imagine I'm working for a Australian-based company and that company is asking me to take some resources from the cloud. What are the resources? like server and a server operating system. Why should I take a server and a server operating system? I should take server and server operating system so that we can run the application there, web application, email application, or any extra application. Okay, so what I'll do here is by using my aws.amazon.com account and by connecting to this particular Sydney region, and in this Sydney region by using a service called EC2, I can take a server from them. Technically, it is called virtual server. There is something called physical server. Physical servers will be something like this. See, this is actually a physical server here, my friend. Yeah, so this is a physical server. It will look like this. Something like your desktop, right? Virtual server is actually a server created in cloud. So how to create a virtual server, what we need to do, what we need to learn. You know, this particular EC2 service will take at least 10 to 12 classes. It's a very big topic, my friend. 10 to 12 classes is too big time, right? So this is one of the most important service. I'm not going deep into the service as of now. I will just show you how I can take a server. Remember what I said? In next couple of minutes, I will be running a web server for you, my friend. So let us see what I can do here. I'll just go to this EC2 service. And once you go to this EC2 service, I have an option called launch instance here. I'll name something as, let us say, test web server. I'll be selecting some operating system here. You can see there are different operating systems like Ubuntu, Microsoft, Red Hat, Mac, AWS, Linux. We have different, flavors and different versions. I'm just selecting Linux, AWS Linux here. I'll be selecting some key pair. All these things we will see in great details in coming classes, my friend. This is just a basic demo. Okay, so I'll just take a server and we'll be running a web server on that particular server. I just need to select an existing security group. Let us say SSH, not this. There is something called SSH and HTTP. So I'll be selecting that SSH and HTTP. 8 GB storage is more than enough for me as of now. I'll just go to this advanced details here, my friend. All these things we will see, but as of now, let me just complete my configuration. I'll just use a script here. I'll go back to the AWS screen here. Done. I have just created a web server actually. I'll do one thing to make things more interesting. Let me just write our names. I'll begin with my name. Akesh, Kil, Akhilesh, Anusha. I'm just writing all the participants' name here. Rajiv, Durga. Let us say Virat Kohli and let's say Deepika. I've just added all these names here. You know what I'll do now? I'll just say launch instance. That's it, my friend. Can you see it? Successful initiate launch of instance. If I go back to these instances here, right now it is showing as pending, but within 10 to 15 seconds, my server will be ready. Within next 10-15 seconds, actually. See, right now it is showing as running. What I did here is I'm sitting in Hyderabad in India. I have connected to this Sydney data center that is in Australia, and I have created a web server here. What I did, I have just created a web server. So what is the meaning of web server? If there is a web server, anyone should connect to that web server from any location, right? You just need to have the internet connection, then you can connect to that web server from any location. If you're sitting somewhere in, let's say, Vijayawada, or somewhere in Pune, somewhere in Kashmir, somewhere in Alaska, you're sitting somewhere in any location, my friend. If you have an internet connection, you should connect to this particular web server. Okay, so let us see if the web server is running or not, if our web server is successfully created or not. Okay, so I have selected all the options, but like I said it may take me around 12 to 14 classes actually to explain each and everything, like what is this security here, what is networking, what is storage, what is monitoring, how to check the status. Okay, each and everything, elastic block store, load balancers, auto scaling, it may take 12 to 14 classes for me. Okay, so don't worry about all these things. So I'll just go to this machine now. I'll select the machine. There is some public IP address here, 13.236.85.158. This is the IP address of my web server. I'll copy this IP. I'll go to the browser. See, 13.236.85.158. Can you please tell me, once I press enter there, what can I see there?
Welcome
I've
to
just, yeah, we can see our names, right? In that web server, we have all the names. So let me just show you that. Done. No rocket science, no magic, nothing. Just a very simple configuration, my friend. I have taken some resources from the Amazon data center, like the server operating system, and I have hosted my application there. Job done. Did I pay any money there? Nothing. My application is running. If this application is running for next 1 month, in the next month, first or second, actually, I'll get some bill. So whatever services I'm using, according to the services, I'll get some bill. So that much money I need to pay there. That's it. So my web server is up and ready. Now do one thing, please. I'm entering the same address in the chat box. You just try to tell me whether you're able to access this or not. Can you see the IP address 13.236.85.158? Copy this IP address in the browser if you're using a laptop or a desktop or whatever device you're using. And tell me from which location you are able to connect to this web server. Remember, I told you I'm sitting in Hyderabad. I have launched the web server in Sydney. You tell me from which location you are accessing this particular web server, your city or the state or place wherever you're residing as of now. Ramesh, you can access from which location, Ramesh, my friend? Okay, Hyderabad. I'm expecting some people from some other places, some other cities, maybe at least. So if this is a web server, you should access this web server from any location. Rajiv is accessing this server from Chhattisgarh. You just need to have an internet connection, right? You need to have the internet connection, and that's it. You just need to enter the IP address. You can connect to that particular server. Harsh Kumar is able to access. So literally everyone can connect to this particular server, my friend. Everyone can connect to this server. So my server is running. So what I did here, did I brought any physical setup here? No. Did I brought any server hardware? No. Server operating system? No. Is there any storage? No. Is there any security configuration? No. Is there any router? No, I have not brought any of these devices. But my friend, when I created that machine, actually, when I created that server, I am using a server hardware. I am using the server operating system. I have a storage there. I have some router there. I have some firewall there. Everything I have used, everything I have configured. I have not explained anything to you. But when I created that particular virtual server, in that virtual server, literally everything was there. Let me just show you again briefly. If I just go there and say launch instance here, see, here I have selected my operating system. If I come down here, my friend, here I have selected some networking settings. Here I have selected some firewall. If you come down, storage. See, literally whatever things are needed actually to, launch a server. Okay. Whatever things are, there to needed there to launch your server. Everything I have taken from AWS, Amazon Web Services. I've just connected to that Sydney data center, and from that Sydney data center, I have taken all these things, my friend. And I'm using it. I'm running my application, job done. So the problem that we have in last many years, actually, like, spending money on one server, and with this server spending money on all the other machines, that was like too costly. The cloud computing has removed all these things actually. So we can simply create an account in AWS for our company, and we can start using the services from there. So whether you are storing data or whether your application, whether you're running your applications, we can take all the resources from a cloud provider and we can simply run our application and store our data. We need the resources, so cloud people are providing the resources. Okay, so in so less price and so less cost, how they are able to provide services, that we will see in coming classes. Actually, it's a win-win situation for everyone. It's a win-win situation for the cloud provider. It's a win-win situation for our company. Our company is saving a lot of money, and cloud providers are gaining actually a lot of money. So at the end of the day, everything is fine. Everyone is gaining their profits. Everyone is saving their money, or maybe they are earning that money. Saving the money is also a profit, right? Instead of spending 10 crore rupees on your infrastructure, you started your company with zero investment. What else you need, my friend? So cloud is providing all these details, my friend. All these, advantages we have in this particular cloud. Okay, I hope the concept is clear. I hope you are comfortable with this example. See, our web server is still running here, my friend. But I'll just delete my web server. Do I need this server? No, I've just created this server for practical purpose. So I'll just select this server. I will go to instance states. I'll just say terminate this server. Termination. Termination means I'm deleting this particular server. So today, if you need 150 servers, you can take 150 servers. If you need only, let's say 30 servers next month, you can have only 30 servers. Adding and removing of servers are only some clicks away. That's it, my friend. Adding and removing of servers is only some clicks away. You need 3,000 servers by the end of the day tomorrow. You can take 3,000 servers within couple of minutes. AWS people can provide you that much resources. Okay, so because of this cloud computing, things have become more easier for companies. And companies are looking for people who can manage their resources over the cloud. Companies are looking for people who can, provide security, who can take storage and manage storage, who can take servers, okay, who can provide the network connectivity, who can monitor each and everything, okay, who can configure something called auto scaling or load balancer. So companies are looking for people who can manage their cloud infrastructure. Physical infrastructure is managed by AWS people. The virtual infrastructure by using this particular console is managed by you and me. Once you join a company, my friend, it will be exactly same console in the company. Normally people ask me a question, how we can do practicals? To do practicals, you need to have an account in AWS. How to create an account? That's a very simple thing that we will see in coming sessions, hopefully, of a couple of classes. So you just need to have this free AWS account. So with this free AWS account, you can do all the practicals. So once you join a company, your account will be exactly like this. All these options, all these settings will be exactly like this. Okay.
I have one question. Like
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like here you created this thing on website of AWS. Then physically that physical server also assigned now created, like someone created.
Physical server.
Uh,
Physical server is this. All these physical servers are available with them.
so in this some seconds physical servers configured and all everything done.
Yeah, physical server is already ready. Physical server is already established and already ready.
Okay.
Okay, at this moment, right now the time is 7:53 p.m. 10th October, 7:53 p.m. As of now, maybe some 20,000 virtual servers are created in AWS.
Okay.
One of the server was our server actually. So physical setup, everything they will manage. We just need to use the console and we need to create our servers. Okay, so we are not worried about the physical connections. Actually, we'll discuss more about those things. But like I said to you, our responsibility is from here. This particular console we need to use, and by using this console, by using these services, we can manage everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so any more questions, please? This was your second demo session, just a simple basic introduction to cloud computing. Okay, we'll be having one more session tomorrow. And after this session, the link will change. And if someone is interested in continuing this session, joining this particular session, you can join this session. Actually, like I said to you, this session is at regular classes are at 8 p.m. Oh, sorry. Regular classes are at 8 p.m. India Standard Time. We already have some people there. Okay, so they are just waiting for us anyway. So we already have a group of people. We'll be taking some more people from this group, and hopefully that will be a very good batch. Okay, so by tomorrow we'll finish all our demos, and after tomorrow we'll be starting our regular class. Okay, there is a question here like any coding language is required or scripting? Nothing, my friend. No programming, no coding, no scripting is required for you to learn this cloud computing. Nothing. If you are a fresher with zero experience, if you're a fresher with, zero knowledge of anything that is related with IT, you're 100% eligible. Still, you are 100% eligible. Like I said, you just need to know how to use the internet. That's it. You are more than eligible for that. If someone knows programming or some coding or scripting, that will be an advantage for that person in coming years. But as of now, if you are a fresher with zero knowledge of any of these things, you don't need to worry here, my friend. It will be like easy journey for you, easy learning for you. Like I said, every topic, whenever I'm starting a particular module, I'll be starting from very basic. I'll be covering all these basic things and I'll be entering into the advanced part of that particular topic. So things will be more easier for you to understand.
Sir, while starting that server, you put certain commands in that text box on that
Yeah.
AWS screen. If I don't know that command, then how to get this?
See, I will share this command. Actually, it's a small script. I'll share this particular script in coming classes. I have just created a script to, show in demos. Most of the people are not aware of web servers, how to configure web servers, how to create a web servers, right? So by using this particular script, you can easily create a web server. Everything should be same. This, instead of hello everyone, what I did, I have just added all our names there. That's the only thing. So this is only for, lab purpose. In companies, there will be different programmers, different, people who will be creating a website. Our responsibility is to take the resources from the AWS people. Their responsibility, the programmer's responsibility is to run any program there. It's not like a one person is there, right? It's a teamwork. Our responsibility is we will be taking the resources from AWS people, and their responsibility is they will be simply running their codes or running their programs there. Once you join a company, maybe your okay, thank you, friend. So maybe you'll be working only on auto scaling actually. Once you join a company, maybe you're working only on Elastic Block Store. Once you get a job, maybe you're working only on security. While learning the codes, you are learning many things. But once you get a job, you'll be working only on one or maximum two services. Okay. So coming to the code that I have added there, that is just a code I have created to show you in demos. Okay, so I'll be sharing that code with you in coming classes so that when you do the practicals, it will be easy for you to create a web server without any programming or without any other language knowledge. Okay, now let me just copy the phone number actually. This is the number we have here. So if you want to contact the management for any further details, you can simply call on these numbers, WhatsApp, as well as, you can make a call on this number. So hopefully they will respond you and you may clear all your doubts, whatever doubts you have, my friend. Okay, this was a question I got from you, right, Srikant? The question is, will you cover how to migrate application from physical to the AWS? Okay, that we can go with some theoretical part. I'll share some documents and all those things. But my friend, that will be too heavy topic actually. Too heavy topic for us to learn or even try to discuss. It's something like if someone is in a primary school and that person is trying to learn the concepts which are there somewhere in, let's say, master's level, that will be too difficult for that person to understand that, right? I know migration is a very important part of our work, but migration is not for a person who is a fresher or maybe 3-4 years of experience or 5 years of experience. So I can do one thing. I can just uh, show you some details there. I can share some documents and all those things so that it will be easy for you to go through that particular migration topic. But coming towards syllabus, we have limited time and we have limited resources. So with this, maybe I'm very sorry. I may
No,
not
no,
go
no,
so
I
far.
understand. I mean, if there are any pointers or any documentation that, I can go through or, we can go through while, that
I
would be
will,
really helpful.
yeah, I will share the authentic documents. I will show you the authentic documents, not only for migration, for each and every service actually. For AWS, you should not go simply with Wikipedias and all those things. Actually, you should not go with Wikipedia for anything. You should just
Yes,
follow the authentic documents, so that you can get the best idea, best knowledge. So in an interview, if someone is asking you a question, you can refer, okay, I have read this particular, point in so-and-so document. So that will be accepted. So if you just say like, I have read this in Google, like, WhatsApp knowledge, right? Normally we say WhatsApp University.
right. I
Wikipedia is
understand.
something like a WhatsApp University. So don't worry, I'll share all these details hopefully, but uh, maybe that will be a big topic for us, but still I'll be helping you out in that particular topic also.
Thanks, Shakil. Because these days everything is migrating to cloud, right? So how this migration would be
Exactly. Everything is migrating to cloud means every company is moving into cloud actually.
uh,
If
right.
if I
So
can say in a simple way, that is what it means.
right. So if in that case it will be really helpful for us. And
Yeah.
you were mentioning about documentation, right? So as a administrator, what is the documentation you are expected to maintain for a company?
See, whenever you configure anything actually, if you make smallest of change also, smallest of configuration also, the document will be created.
Right.
Okay, with the document only you
Understood.
make some changes, some record should be there, right? So how to make documents and all those things, that again we'll see whenever we go with a particular concept. We just need to have a small, say, documents are not like any major technical things here. We just need to add like, okay, this was the previous configuration and this is what we are adding there. Some meetings will be there with different people, different group, like storage team will be there, server team will be there, security team will be there. Okay, we are trying to make some changes here, so these changes, how it can affect the storage people or the security people or the server people. We will have some roundtable meeting there and we will decide something and we'll just go with that configuration.
All right. Got it.
Okay, fine. There is a question here. Our class duration will be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, Harsh, my friend, class duration will be between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So tomorrow we'll just try to cover a bit more things and hopefully we'll be ready to join with those people actually. So by tomorrow, hopefully we'll be done with our demos and all the things that we need to cover. So tomorrow also it will be same link. Okay. And if you want to join 8 p.m. from tomorrow itself, then also there is no harm actually. It's up to you. So this is the number. You can just call on this number and this management people will share all the details with you. Okay. So before,
Yesterday you were saying something 8 to 10 p.m. or something like that.
not
Till
8 to 10
10.
p.m., 8 to 9 p.m. only. 1 hour to 1 hour, 10 minutes is more than enough for us actually. 2 hour session will be like too difficult for us to digest.
Okay. So yeah, 8 to 9 every day, like that.
8 to 9 every
Every-
day. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So before I sign off, or before we sign off, my friend, I just want to say one thing in a very friendly way. If you have already decided to go with cloud as your career, I always say this, you have selected a great career for yourself. Cloud will be cloud. In cloud, you can survive for some decades, actually. I'm not saying years, I'm saying decades. Okay, so cloud is something which will be there forever. Without cloud, we cannot imagine anything over the computer networks or in companies and all those things. Maybe some new technology may come after like 5, 10, 15, 20 years. But whenever a new technology is coming, it will take at least 8, 10 years for the technology to be more accepted. You know, cloud came in 2006, but people started using cloud majorly from 2016, 17. So it took nearly 10, 12 years for cloud to like, be accepted by the company. So as of now, this is one of the best thing you can do. Whenever you learn, wherever you learn, it's up to you. But if you have already decided to go with cloud, I just want to say like you have selected a great career for yourself. Okay, there are many things in and around cloud. Done. Anything else, Dhanshri? Dhanashri, right?
Yes. No.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends, and hope to see you again tomorrow at same time, 7 p.m. with all the things that we need to cover in demo. Hopefully, we can finish these things in tomorrow's session, and hopefully, you'll be ready with the regular people from for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Done. Thanks a lot, friends. Take care. Bye.